Good morning, class. Standard 8 Physical Educations. Today chapter is the new chapter is the basketball. You know, basketball is very famous game throughout the world. Even you also can play, can watch everywhere around the city, in TV also. The basketball, it was the inventions. Maybe for your exam comes who invented the basketball and measurements. The measurement is 28 into 15 meter long basketball rectangle court. When beginning equipment and the dimension comes, then I will explain. First you will see the history of basketball. Who invented? So Dr. James Naismith is known the worldwide as an inventor of basketball. He was born in 1861 in the Ramsay Township, Ontario, Canada. The concept of basketball was born from Naismith's school days in the area where he played a simple child game known as duck on a rock. Outside his one-room class schoolhouse, the game involved attempting to knock a duck off the top of the large rock by tossing another rock at it. Naismith went on to attend McGill University in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. After serving as a McGill's athletic director, James Smith moved on to the YMCA, that means Young Men Christian Associations, training school in Springfield, Massachusetts, USA in 1891, where the sport of basketball was born. In Springfield, Naismith was faced with the problem of finding a sport that was suitable for play inside during the Massachusetts winter for students at a school for Christian workers. He needed a game that could play indoor in relatively small spaces. The first game was played with a soccer ball and two peach baskets used as goals. In addition to a creation of basketball, James Naismith graduated as a medical doctor. He was primarily interested in sports physiology and what he would today call sports science. He was also Presbyterian minister with a keen interest in philosophy and clean living. Naismith watched his sport, basketball, introduced in many nations by the YMCA movement as early as 1893. The basketball was introduced at the Berlin Olympics in 1936. Today, basketball has grown to become one of the world's most popular sports. It was introduced in 1891. I may ask question, who invented the basketball? When? Dr. James Naismith. James Naismith in 1891 invented. This is the right answers. So before that, I will go for terms. Basketball terms is important for your exam, like volleyball terms. Here also basketball terms is important. So let me explain these terms. First, a blind pass. It is performed when a player looks in one direction but passes the ball to his target in another directions. They are risky and infrequently attempted, but when done correctly, can confuse the defense. It is also known as no look pass. This is the blind pass. Because seeing somewhere else and throwing the ball somewhere else. That is called blind pass. Next, a direct shot. This is important also terms. A direct shot is one in which the ball first contacts the rim and then goes in the basket. First touch the rim, then it will go into the basket. Next, a front pivot. In basketball, pivot is important. Pivot means when you are dribbling the ball, when you are moving with the ball, when you are holding the ball, after holding, the one foot should be permanently fixed on the floor. The other foot can move around anywhere without shifting that another foot. That is called pivot foot. If we keep one foot on floor and moving other foot other side, fine. If we lift that foot, that is violation will happen. A front foot pivot, it means moving forward while turning on the pivot foot, that is the foot that remains touching the floor until the player has the ball, and the pivot foot must remain contact while taking front pivot. Next, hook shot. A shot in a balanced stance with your back to the basket. Feet spread shoulder width apart and the knees flexed. Sight your target by looking over your shoulder in the direction you will turn to shoot. Next, air ball. A shot at the basket that misses everything and doesn't touch the rim, backboard or net. That is air ball. Alley oop. ALLEYOOP. When one player jumps and catches a pass from another player and simultaneously dunks the ball or shoot it in before landing. Dunk means that's a forcefully putting the basket inside. Next, an inside pivot. It occurs when the player with the ball stops one or more times in any directions with the same foot while keeping the other foot, the pivot foot at about the same place on the floor. Next, a post player. The post player means normally is the tallest player. They will stand under the basket. A post player is one who is close to the basket. Next, backcourt. The off court of court, that is opposite team's offensive basket. The court a team is attempting to defend. Ball handler. The ball handler normally is the shortest fellow in the team. He will rotate the ball here and there. Whoever the player is free, then pass the ball. That is called ball handler. A player with the ball, usually the point guard at the start of the play. Block, there is an action. A statistics that occurs when the defensive player stops an offensive player from making a shot by blocking the ball with his or with her hands. Next, block area of court. The area just outside the key in which the rectangular blocks are painted, also referred as the post. Next, board shot. A board shot is one where the backboard is used as a deflecting tool that directs the basketball into the basketball hoop. That means the player one is directly shot without taking the backboard support. That will go to directly into the ring. One is the taking backboard support and then go to the inside the basket. That is called board shot, taking support of the backboard. Next, boxing out. A player's attempt to position his body between his opponent and the basket to get rebounds and prevent the opponents from doing so. That means boxing out means when a opponent team throwing the basket on the basket backboard side, immediately taking rebound, taking and moving out to prevent the opponent from scoring. That is called boxing out. Don't think that boxing. Next, carry. This is a penalty which occurs when a player holds the ball excessively at the apex while dribbling. That means he is not dribbling, after dribbling taking the ball and running without dribbling. That is called carry. Next, charge. This is a penalty which occurs when offensive player with the ball runs into stationary defensive player and knocks him or over. You taking the ball and without ball also, if you are touching the player, that will become a charging will be a personal foul. That is called personal foul. Now charging. Charge is different and charging is different. It is an offensive foul which occurs when an offensive player runs into a defender who has established positions. Who are standing there, he is running there and hitting him by voluntarily hitting. That is called charging. Next, clean shot. It is a successful field goal attempt, usually from long range, without any defenders. You can shoot the basket clearly. That does not touch the basket ring. They directly go to the basket. It will not touch the ring or board. So this is the terms for you. Terms also important for your examination. Still 2 years there to study same lesson to you. Better by heart you can have it without seeing any notes. What are the notes I am giving? You do it day to day basis. No need of seeing your text or notes during exams. You can go write exam. Simply you can write. Remember what are the things are I am giving. So that is important for you. Good morning class. Stay safe. Stay home.